Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick Theriot, and today I have an exciting new video for you guys where I'm actually going to take you through a full tutorial on how to create a Facebook ad campaign. This will be specifically for people using Shopify, people running e-commerce advertising, and how to set up a proper cold advertising campaign. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for new videos just like this one every other day. Let's get started. So step number one is obviously making sure you have your creatives in place and your copy in place before you actually launch the ads manager. So I like to do all my planning in Google Docs. I'll go ahead and I'll create ad copy. I'll get creatives, whether I need to go shoot product creatives, get my clients to shoot product creatives, or whatever, however you get product creatives. You want to get your product creatives and you want to get your ad copy together. I recommend starting out having about 3 to 4 key pieces of ad copy and 3 to 4 key pieces of creatives you can use inside your first few dummy ads. So let's dive into my computer. I'm actually going to show you some ad copy I created just for this video for a winning product that's worked extremely well for us. This is one of my client accounts. This is a real product. This is not a drop shipping account. This particular product right here, I have the direct link to the manufacturer. So for this client there, my client is the manufacturer. So we can scale very aggressively with these type of products and stuff. It's custom still signs. So it's a very niche product and very, very hard to actually replicate just because you have to have access to a custom laser machine, all that good stuff. But anyway, enough about me. Let's dive into the video. So again, get your ad copy on that first setup before you actually go ahead and create the campaign, before you even touch the ads manager itself. So this is the ad copy I got right here. Just something pretty cool. It's for this little metal infinity sign right here where people can customize their names. This is one of the creatives I got in terms I can use to really promote it, really establishing that factor of I'm giving it to my wife. I'm giving it. That's what we're trying to establish with this ad copy. So that's why we're establishing it as well in the creatives itself. Excitement on the face and everything, just really trying to hit that core desire of making your loved one happy. So I've actually done a lot of different advertising angles for this particular product, and this is actually one I'm literally about to test after this video right here, where instead of going after the traditional factor of give this for a loved one, now I'm going into more of a how-to. So how to surprise your wife, 5 easy steps. This will appeal to men specifically because it wants to surprise them. It wants to put a smile on their face. They have a core desire to make them happy. So I'm grabbing attention first with the how-to. I'm immediately appealing to their core desires. So my 3 key techniques for advertising is grab attention, create desire, and a reason to take action now. So I'm grabbing attention, I'm creating desire, just further explaining in there, further building the belief of social proof right here of a review in there. Then also a reason to take action now is I'm giving them a discount code and they have 24 hours to take this coupon code and use it for 10% off their order. So I'm establishing more reason to take action now. So I'm leveraging all 3 key pieces of my ad copy in order to, really make an effective ad. I got the creative really well put together. So if you get all that put together in your creatives, that's going to make the difference between a really great creative and a really bad creative. And same thing for ads, ad copy itself. Really good copy versus bad copy really establishes all this. Now the headline could be a lot better. I could put something along the line of 10% off and actually, putting the headline as whatever my offer is. And then newsfeed description just further adds the credibility and the legitimateness of this business of over 10,000 happy customers. So all establishing key pieces of psychology in order to properly pre-frame the customer before they click on this ad. Here's the landing page for the product. Show you that, guys, right now. Super simple, has really good reviews, nothing crazy in terms of a whole bunch of pop-ups and stuff. Free shipping. I got a little social proof app right here and a shipping date that's been working really well, and a really clearly easy, just really simple. And these type of landing pages and websites perform way better than some of these websites I've audited before with a ton of stuff. We clean all that up, make it simplistic to take action, and we convert way higher because it's easy to leverage. So now once we get all that done, make sure you have your pixel installed. There's lots of videos on that, setting up your pixel, setting up your business manager. It's not one of those videos. We're gonna go straight into creating the advertising campaign now. So we're gonna go inside right here. We're gonna go hit create and we're gonna choose conversions campaign. I don't care if it's a brand new ad account. We've tested it from time to time again with clients. The conversion campaign straight from the beginning has always performed from time to time again way better than people saying, oh, you need to run a traffic campaign, engagement campaign first. Run conversions campaign straight from the beginning. Now I'm gonna name this campaign. I'm just gonna call it tofu. for top of funnel because we're going after a completely cold audience. We're not retargeting anyone in social engagement or website visitors. We're going after a cold audience. I'm just going to do testing because it'll be our testing campaigns. Always the first campaign you set up before you start really spending. So there's our testing campaign right here. And then our ad set, I'm just going to call this, we'll go after an open audience first. I always like to leverage an open and broad audience first before we start doing, some of the interests and the LLAs. So I'm just going to go with a broad first, and then I'm just going to call this a photo because we're using a photo ad. And then I'll copy the first piece of ad copy right there. So that way I have a key identifier of the actual particular ad itself. So now it's actually, if you want to do campaign budget optimization, no, we do not want to do that at all. And then it's going to take you right here, which is the ad set name. Now you should have the conversion events right here. Yours might be on view content, add to cart, initiate checkouts, or anything like that. We want to make sure it's right there on purchase. And what I want to do is the daily budget. I recommend anything from $10 to $40 a day for the daily budget. It really just depends on your budget, but we want to make sure whatever daily budget we can do is we're going to do at least 5 ad sets. So 5 ad sets, I'd say a $40 a day budget is a $200 per day for testing. And we want to make sure we can run that for at least 3 days. So that's $600 for our calculation. So if you have a smaller budget, so let's just say it's $50 a day, then do 5 $10 ad sets. And again, you're gonna run that for at least 3 full days without touching it. So you're looking at somewhere spending around $150. So I do $40 a day for all my testing ad sets. Reason why is I work with clients that spend multiple thousands of dollars a day. Even with high budgets, I still start off with a small daily testing budget because just the way Facebook works, sometimes if you start off with a really high budget, they think you can afford those high cost per acquisitions and they'll just keep feeding you shitty results. So I like to start small and slowly scale up. It's from time to time again, it's worked extremely well for our clients. Starts off with our daily budget, $40 right there. Again, purchase conversion events. Now custom audiences. You want to make sure you exclude 180 everything. So 180 purchases, 180-day Facebook engagement, 180-day IG engagement, 180-day website visitors. We want to make sure this ad is being seen purely by cold audiences. Now for the age, if you don't know your pure age demographic yet, then go ahead and just leave this open. Since it's our broad ad set, all we're looking for is age and gender in terms of targeting. So I want to go ahead and do for this one, around 21 to let's say about 55 years old works really well, and we're targeting men. Now again, that's because we have prior history for this particular product. If you don't have that history, then go ahead and just leave all of this open. Even if it's a male product, leave it open for women because we'll tend to see women buyers purchasing the product because they're purchasing it for a significant other or something like that. So let's keep going down. Detailed targeting expansion. We can leave it on for this particular ad set because it's literally completely open. But if I'm going to test a lookalike audience or interest, I always want to make sure this is turned off. Now I want to go right here to placements. We're going to click on manual placements, and we only want it on the Facebook and Instagram. Now, when you start off and you select automatic placements, if Facebook is getting the best results, we'll still tend to see Facebook with the most spin when we break it down on a deeper level. So even if you don't select this, it's not that big of a deal. It won't be the biggest thing that's going to break your results. You might see a 5% increase in ROAS if you leave it just as manual placements, but it's not the in all be all type thing if you've been running automatic placements. So nothing really to stress if you haven't. Now, we also want to go here and show more options. We want to do attribution setting, and we want to make sure it's on a 7-day click. So we're optimizing the ad based off the last 7 days of clicks. Sometimes we even seen a better optimization on a 1-day click. Now I know it's attribution, but we have been seeing some interesting results testing 7-day click versus 1-day click. So that's why we do a 1-day click sometimes when we're testing new audiences or we're spawning off our best winners by creating new tested variations, but just starting off with a 7-day click. Now, what I like to do is, since we kind of went a little further into a demographic now, is actually go ahead and, deeper into the naming process. So I'm just going to call this US since we're targeting just US. And then I'm going to do, let's see, we're doing 21-55 male, and then we're doing broad open, same thing. All we're doing is just demographic targeting. We're not doing any special interest targeting at all. Now I'm gonna click next, and you make sure your Instagram page and your Facebook page is connected. And we already have our, our specific ad name for this particular ad. Now I'm gonna go add media. add image, and you can actually do account images to where you can already see the images on there. You can go to page images if you want to pull an ad from one of your previous posts. But because I actually just want to use one that is on our computer, I'm just going to upload, find a location. It's not that difficult to do. So got it uploaded and click next. Now make sure, click done. Before you actually go live with this, you want to go to edit media and honestly just optimize it for square and make sure it's perfectly centered exactly how you want. I've been just noticing better because I have weird creatives turn like really weird optimization sometimes by Facebook. So I like to just optimize it for a square from immediately. We have been seeing like 4x5s perform a little better because it takes up more real estate on the screen. But for this example, we're just going to do a square optimization for the crop and stuff. So now what you want to do is go ahead and copy your link to your website. So this is it right here. I'm just going to remove some of this extra stuff from when I was coming to the website. Control C and paste it. Now for your primary text right here, this is where we're going to go ahead inside here and we're going to copy that over. So let's do boom, Control C and paste. And there you go. And then also too, I need to add the link. So let me go back again, boom. And then there we go. So right here, you can see it breaks. So that's one thing I'm looking for right now is the page break. So this is how it looks on the newsfeed. And that's okay with me because the arrow is pointing down. So that way it's making one of people to click more, which is fine. That's kind of what I want. I want to drive and leverage that curiosity factor and get people to invest the time and attention to read more. So that's looking pretty good right there. I really like that. Now what we need to do is do the headline. So I'm gonna go back over here, personalized metal sign. It's actually a tested and proven one for us. So this is nothing like new. I'm gonna paste that right there. Personalized metal sign. Now description, that's the newsfeed description. And again, I'm just gonna copy that right there. Control C and paste that. There we go. So now how to surprise your wife in 5 easy steps. Put the biggest smile on her face with this one simple strategy. And people are gonna click that. And you can even kind of do a little bit more clickbait. Let's see if we can bring that up a little bit. Yeah, no. Okay, cool. So we're gonna have to leave that so we have that page break because again, we want to get people to click on see more. So sometimes we have to leverage some type of curiosity to get them in there. Now we're gonna do our call to action. Always put shop now. You can test other variations, learn more and stuff like that if you want to make it less direct, but that all looks good. So there you go. That's as simple as it gets. Let's scroll down real quick. And we want to make sure our pixel is selected properly. And then let's see, sometimes I like to just kind of view it on other variations and stuff, but that all looks good. So I'm gonna hit publish and that's it. That's as simple as it is to go ahead and create an ad campaign. Now that's not the final step though, because now we do need to test some other variables here. We're basically locking down one audience, the broad. We're assuming this one's going to work and we're not testing anything else. 2, we're only testing one creative. So what you can do is you can go ahead and create, we've been seeing 3 creatives work the best. So 3 ads inside of your ad set. So let me show you an example right here. I would go ahead and let's go back to our ad set. So this is the one we just created. Let's open that up. You're assuming, putting all your eggs in this one particular basket. And I do hundreds of coaching calls and this is literally the same for every ad account that's spending less than probably $300 a day. Some type of barrier between that $0 to $300 a day spend of people just not opening up their minds a little bit more and testing more. And that's totally okay. It's totally okay. So new everything. So that's why you're here to learn more. So we want to test at least 3 creatives starting out. So what we can do is what I recommend is doing 3 completely different angles of approach for your particular product. 3 different ways you sell your product. So you have your one product 3 different ways. So how to surprise your wife in 5 easy steps. I can also do give your loved one something to remember. Another one that worked super well for us for this particular product is surprise your sweetheart. You can leverage a testimonial. You can leverage a strong benefit first, and you can also leverage like a strong pain point first. So you can test different angles in which you promote your product. I just recommend 3 creatives. And then on the flip side, also have 3 different pieces of either a video or a photo. So my other 2 ads will have 2 completely different creatives. So I can do a video of this particular product in a different setting. Another one can maybe be a video testimonial or an influencer holding the product. So I'm testing a whole bunch of just completely different variables to really give the system different things to test. If I would just go duplicate this ad 2 times and just change the picture, then I'm limiting myself of this being a bad piece of ad copy and that being the reason why I'm held back. So make sure you test 3 completely different ads starting out. Just boom, 3 completely different ads to make it simple. So I'm just gonna go ahead and duplicate this 2 times. So if we just hit Control D, and then I'm gonna hit Control D one more time. There you go. So let's just assume I went ahead and added new copy in, new creatives. Heck, you can even do different headlines as well. Maybe even test a few different offers. So let's just assume that. Now let's go back to the ad sets. Because like I said, I want to start off with at least 5 different ad sets. So let's start broad. So I recommend at least one broad for everyone. You'd be surprised of how many times I've ran a broad creative on an ad account with 0 spend and actually performed better than some of the lookalikes, interests, and all that stuff. Not clue why, but it worked. So let's go with broad, and then we're gonna do 2 interests. So for this particular one right here, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna duplicate it. So I'm duplicating the first one so that way we don't have to go ahead and keep creating new creatives and stuff and all that. I'm gonna go right here to detail targeting. I'm gonna turn detail targeting expansion off, and then I'm gonna do romance. I know this is one that's worked really well for us from time and time again in this particular ad account, just because it's romance, it's love, it's people who's probably looking at like different sweetheart things for their loved one. So just in that specific niche, that mushy niche, and then I'm just gonna copy and paste that right here. There we go. So I have 1 interest. Like I said, we're gonna shoot for 2 interests right there. And then what I'm gonna do is for my third one, I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna do in a relationship. So the reason why I'm doing in a relationship is because this is men and it's a product specifically marketed to surprising your wife. So let's go ahead and do that. Love. So let's go in a relationship. Boom. And then also too, again, turn off targeting expansion. That cheeky little thing keeps wanting to come on. Now we got our 2 interests. Let's go for 2 lookalike audiences. Now I want to go extremely different for each one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a website visitors for one. If you have a newer ad account, you're probably going to do website visitors. If you have an older ad account, you can maybe test purchases. If you're getting at least 100 purchases a week, then I would go maybe with purchases and stuff like a 180. But I'm gonna do a website LLA 1%, and then let me see what I have saved already. So I want to make sure I remove the interest, turn that off. And then I'm going to do 180 website. I think I have a 180 website. Let's see. Let's just do website visitors. There we go. Let's do 30 days right there. And then lastly, let's do one completely different. So let's do something more like maybe video views. So if you're running some videos and stuff, you could do a video views LLA 1%. Boom. And then remove that. And like I said, I didn't do it in this video, but make sure you have your exclusions on. There we go. We got a 50%, 10% lookalike audience for that example, but let's see if I have 1%. There we go. So we have our intro video, which is for this particular sequence on this particular ad account, a few different videos, and it's our intro video to introduce people to the brand of what we do. So there we go. So we have 4 completely different audiences, or 2 completely different LLAs, because what will happen is once you start getting into website conversion events, your purchase, your view content, your add to cart, and your initiate checkout, they have a high amount of audience overlap. So you don't want to run all of those at once. So, I like to split up a few website ones, a few social engagement ones. That way I'm testing completely different ways of which Facebook builds those lookalike audiences. Now what I'm simply going to do is I'm going to publish that right there. And what you want to do is you want to run this for at least 3 days. So from the moment these ads go live, because they're going to go and review for a period of time, from the minute those ads go live, set a timer for 3 days and do not touch it. So you make sure you have the spin and all that. That's okay to where you can spin that on testing. Make sure you have that set aside. Spin this for 3 days and do not touch it. You're going to get some data back, and that's where you're going to make your key decisions. Okay, what ads performed the best? Let's do more like that. What audiences did the best? Let's do more like that. So what you want to do is you want to kill the ad sets that performed bad. So whatever, and you may even not get some purchases, and that's totally okay, because there might be more to the puzzle. Might be some stuff with your website, maybe some stuff with your product, maybe it might be some stuff with your ad copy, but whatever one performed the best in terms of highest event. So if you got one with like 10 add to carts and everything else nothing, and that one with 10 add to carts didn't get any purchases, now let's see what we can do to further tweak it, because it may just be more something with the funnel versus the actual ad itself, because we know that people are resonating with it, people are clicking on it, they're adding to cart. So you want to look at the core results, view content, add to cart, purchases, and see which one has the best of the highest event in the funnel. Then what you want to do is you want to double down on those, test some more creatives, keep testing new audiences. You should be testing new audiences all the time. And then what you can do is you can start increasing the spend by 20% once months a day, as long as your lifetime ROAS is above your KPI, your immediate goal. So this is the easiest way for anyone to really start Facebook ads and stuff. And what you can do is, if you do see bad results on a particular ad set, you can just turn off the creative. So if we go back here, let's say for example we have a lifetime ROAS of like 1.3 and our KPI is 2.5, and we look at it and we see all the spin was on like one with like a horrible ROAS, another two with some really great ROAS, then we're going to turn off that particular ad and let those run a little bit more. So when you're analyzing your data, make sure you look further into it and actually look at some of the deeper stuff in terms of like what creatives are responsible for that particular return on ad spend. Now, if you want to scale further, you got some really amazing results in that period of time. I do have some videos on the channel you're more than welcome to check out. That's go more than further advanced scaling. But starting off is just really establishing those immediates of testing some few different audiences and testing a few different creatives and really narrowing down on those creatives itself, of really creating some strong creatives, because those are going to drive all your results with paid advertising. If you're an e-com business owner spending at least $1,000 a day and you would like to scale to $200,000, $300,000 per month in revenue, make sure you click the link below to book a call with me. We'll hop on a call, we'll audit your ad account and figure out the best strategy for you to move forward, whether it's work with us or here's a few key pieces of advice to use and your marketing team can take over. Make sure you click the link below. We'll hop on a free call together. If you're new to the channel, you just watched this video, you enjoyed it, make sure you hit the like button and hit that subscribe button right below. All right, guys, it's about that time. Again, my name is Nick Theriot. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.